All right, so life lessons. Right there. Yeah, pay attention to that. And when you've got the bike upside down, this is the way you want the rotation. All right. And where did that go? There we go. That's the way you want it. Going like this. I put the back tire on backwards first. I didn't even notice it had a rotation. They didn't look like directional treads to me. But whatever. At any rate, I didn't do the same thing I did to the Chow Yangs in the last video. These, you can't crumple them up like I did the Chow Yangs. They're much beefier. Yep, they're a much beefier tire. These are going to last so much longer. So much longer. Bought them on Amazon. Ultraverse. Again. Also, one thing I did have blow out on the bike is them their threads. I'm not going to blame the bike for this. Is it the greatest riding suspension in the world? No. This is not the bike's fault. It's rated for 330 pounds. I ride it at 380 all the time. I'm not 380. However, I double ride my daughter on this thing. I voided the warranty on this bike within 3 days. Not supposed to double ride on it. Whatever. I do. This is not the bike's fault. I have air ride shocks stuck in customs at the moment. Adjustable. Wonderful. Great. As far as real life range is concerned, for any of those interested, with the 20 amp hour battery that comes with these, I went on a 19-mile ride with both my daughter and I, and again, that's at 380 pounds on some pretty hilly roads. It was 19 miles, like I said. I came home, and when the bike was no longer under load, it was at 48%. I did not ride this thing full tilt at 28 miles an hour. I helped it on a couple of the hills with the pedals, but with my daughter on this thing, pedaling is useless. We're a little bunched up on the seat. And so it's mostly throttle. At any rate, another thing that's being changed today is these calipers. I am sick and tired of adjusting them every couple of miles. They're mechanical calipers, as you can see. I am going with mechanical actuated hydraulic calipers, 2-piston instead of the one that this has. Anybody that's ever changed the brakes, and there goes tire irons, and has noticed that only the inside pad wears down and the outside pad just, looks fine. That's not a fault of the caliper, for those of us who don't know. I'm learning a whole lot about these as I go through this bike. That's just the way they're designed. One piston pushes inward, and this one just sits there. Who'd have thunk it? I don't even know how they work. They do. But, again, with my daughter and I both on this thing, stopping power is not great. In normal traffic, it's totally fine. Thankfully, it has not ever happened yet. But if I ever have to do an emergency stop with these brakes, it's not going to happen. I'm going to hit whatever is in front of me. And I just can't have that. Not my daughter. Can't have it. So I bought some pretty expensive brakes. A fifth of the cost of the entire bike. So, whatever. I'll show you the brand. Actually, I'll do it right now. I should have them right here with me. Yep, there they go. There they are. They are Juin Tech, also purchased on Amazon, right along with everything else. These are the M1 You see a lot more videos on the F1s, but the F1s would not mount up to this. Oh, what a good that tape did. They come with new rotors. I don't know if I'm going to replace those or not. I might not. Well, the packaging doesn't suck. There we go. Now these should yeah, there we go. These should mount right up there. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Hopefully they do. I'll let you know. I'll do another video just on these. If they work, great. And if they do, I'll go through the entire steps of installing these. I should be able to do that one-handed for the most part. We'll see. If they don't, I'll let you know that too. What else? Oh, these tires, being as they are not nearly as flimsy as these that you can put on and take off with your bare hands, or at least I can. Super flimsy. These, the very first time I used the irons, remember, I put that back tire on wrong. Whoopsie, my bad. First time I used the irons. Second time, I just muscled it on there without the irons. So they're not terrible to put on, but they do throw these in for free. Even when you purchase them on Amazon. It's in the box. The way I did it, if you have spoked rims, it's not going to work. Because I had to grab a hold of the spoke on the mag and then shove it in with my other hand. It took some work. Maybe some burly feller out there, you know, isn't going to have an issue with it, but anybody that's not the strongest feller in the world, or lady, whatever, use the irons. It'll save you a bunch of time. And make sure when you're doing it, so you don't pinch your rim, that you get your hand, or not your rim, but your tube. Again, leave it partially inflated, but put your hand up in there, and you'll be able to pull this tire out, so that way you can get a hold of just the rim, and get your fingers in there. Get your fingers in there, and push your tube out of the way when you initially start doing this. So that way when you run the iron around, you don't pinch your tube, and then be like, oh, guess I should have bought tubes. I've popped many tubes in my day, not knowing that. Not on e-bikes, but regular bikes. And other things. So, get your tube out of the way when you're going to do this. As far as how well the bike is holding up, you know, there's some rust on it, whatever. Again, I don't play nice to this poor bike. I don't blame the bike for anything that's happened to it. The shocks, they're not chintzy. You'd think they'd actuate, to be honest with you, but they don't. They're not adjustable, but whatever. My issue is not the front shocks. They did not break. The back one did. Also, again, not entirely the bike's fault. I did wreck it, and I noticed it after I wrecked it. And it was a bad one at 20 miles an hour. Other than the shock, which I don't know if it was because we overloaded it and I just didn't notice it, or if it was because I was checking the bike over after I wrecked it and then I noticed it. I don't know. I don't care. It's not like this nut is going to come flying up past those threads at this point. I'm not saying they're super strong, but they're also not super chintzy. But I wadded that up pretty good. Yeah, I'll let you know how the rest of this goes. Any other snafus along the way that I'm like, I'm an idiot, and maybe I should let everybody else know that. Alright, bye.